I've got time. I've got love. Got confidence. You rise above. Give me a minute to hold my girl. Give me a minute to hold my girl. I've been waiting for you. You come around to me. There's a model train track destroyed. There's Zeta, straight in. Alright, Zeta. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. I'll start first. Wow. One like in the stream. Thank you very much for the like. Skibbity, indeed. Save says hi and Anna says hello. How are you? Jonathan says hi, Helen says hi. Hello, hello. Potato says hi. Saif says hi. Gemma says whatever that means. My words, spam. And then he says hi. Yes, but he says, can you follow me? Yes, just remind me at the end of the stream. And then just says hi, Ninja. You'll have to excuse me, folks. I am quite nasally today. Dean says hi. Maffy says hi. Dayon says hi. Lexi says hi. Maffy says, I want one of them. Oh. Just realised I have a grass stain on my sock from playing golf earlier. Skate Park says hi. Lexi says hi. Hello, hello, hello. Matthew asked where I got it. Amazon. Bizarre says hi. Hi, Bizarre. Louise says hi. Hi, Louise. How are you? I've gotta go looking for it on Amazon. You gotta be affiliate link, don't you? Not sponsored. Your local says hi. Hello, how are you? 8 likes in the stream, thank you all for the likes. Oh. Dylan says hi. Hi Dylan, how are you? I'll have to swap that marker out soon, I think. Casey asked how many's that in a row. Just hit 10 there, Casey. Dylan says, I'm good, how are you? Never mind. Joshua asked for a miss. There you go, Joshua. And your wish is my command. Dylan said he was good. Casey said 0-10. It's okay, Casey. You can restart now. 11 likes on the stream. Thank you very much. Joseph says hi. Hi, Joseph. How are you? Manchester says hi. Hello, Ryan. Manchester Ryan. Axo says hi. Hi, Axo. We got the pitches today. Sigma says hi. Hello, Sigma. Joshua says hello. Hello, Joshua. How are you? Plenty in the chat tonight. Vicky says hi. Hi, Vicky. Trent, the regular, is back. Good to see you, Trent. I'm all good. How are you? Cricket says hello. How are you? Texel says hi. Zan says hi. 2012 says hi. Hello, everybody. Oh. Asai says hi, Miles. Rivez. Orphe? Anastasia, I'll say hi. No name says hi. Come on now. $16 likes in the stream. Thank you so much for all the likes. Lily Mom says hi. Hello, Lily Mom. Lots of readings in the chat tonight. Asaya says hi, and Miles says I'm subscribed. Thank you very much, Miles. Appreciate the sub. Amanda says hi. Asaya says hi again. Hello, everyone. $18 likes on the stream. Appreciate it. See if we can get something going here. Asaya says I'm subscribing. Thank you. Appreciate it. Amanda says hi again. Hello, Amanda. Miles says thank you for reading my comment. Of course, Miles. Thank you for the comment. Amonte says hi. Luke Gillett says hi. Hello, everybody. I'm not reading that out, Nikki, just because I don't know what way YouTube takes it. So, but thank you very much. He's saying you can't beat a Sam Lauber stream. Asaya says, do you not see my name? I do see your name, Asaya. Jimmy's asked. That's how you sink a pot, Swaggy P. There you go, Jimmy. Amante says you're really good at this. Thank you, Amante. Oh, the pace. I couldn't read what you meant, Rusty. You have to because of the hill. It'll like roll back down. Basically like practicing a straight 18 footer. The Gaming Jack says, yo, what's up? Well, Jack, how are you? Of course not, Dante. Al says you're really good at golf. Thank you very much, Dante. Try my best. Jimmy says thanks, love the channel. Of course, Jimmy. Carl says Dante, see him. That'll make showing love in more ways than one. Who am I to judge a man by his habits? Come on, man. Don't feel like this whiteboard's gonna play ball tonight, guys. Mickey's asking me to show Joe how to putt. One putt city here, Joe. See, Mickey Joe can very rarely be good. Oh my word, very well be near me. So there's physical retaliations possible. Rusty says, "I'm not like yours. but I have the ball catcher horse on pace. Yeah, that's nice, Rusty. Mine says, what putter do you have? Rife 2 bar. Mahesh says, hi, hello. Amante with the claps. What's your handicap? It is currently 11.9. Amante says, amazing, thank you. Zane says, hi. Hello, Zane. Noah says, hey, I am new. Hello, Noah. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Miles says, I think you can get 100 likes. Thank you, Miles. We did yesterday, I got 150, which is crazy. Most like stream yesterday, so shout out to anybody that was in it. But yes, can we beat it? That's the real question. That's 25 or 30. Ray Ray says, I'm your biggest fan. Can you give me a shout out? Shout out, Ray Ray. Vegas says, it's a loop. A loop with a voiceover. Jane, on my defense, says no. Good man. Dolphin says, too bad the putts on the golf course aren't straight 9 or 10 footers. All putts are straight. Some are just more straight than others. I've been waiting for you to come around and tell me the truth. That's what you need to do, guys. Putt until your marker runs out, and then you know you've done your practice. Galen says, it's not 20, should get it at 15. Okay, you know you're the first person to name correctly about me. Talking to you, I just said, appreciate it, Monte. Rose bilingual, for real. I'm glad I could say your name right. Bad Me says hi. Hi, Bad Me. Go. Cody says aloha from Hawaii. Hello, Cody. Hello from Ireland. Grand says hi. Hello, Grand. Carl says, do you play darts? I dabble, but I wouldn't say I play it. Fun to watch. Fair enough, Jack. Socks White says hi. Hello. Rere says hi. Hello, Rere. Go. Santosh says hello from Nepal. Yes, we got our first chicken jockey of the night from Logan. Everything that you're going through. Guys, correct me if I've got the card wrong at any point. Obviously, I'm trying to do it in my head while reading the chat. Cool J says hi. Hi, Cool J. Robert asks, what do I play off of? 11.9 currently, Robert. Just got cut there this week. Logan says hi. Hi, Logan. Carl says, Party Bucks. No, haven't seen it. Jessica says hi. Hi, Jessica. $41 likes in the stream. Thank you so much for all the likes. Too busy reading the chat. Can't see all the likes. Thank you so much. Gotta love Sports Direct multi-bike socks. Big help for sure, Carl. Honestly, it's unreal. That and whenever Tesco does half price on the Umbroad. You have to excuse. I was golfing earlier. I think I've got a hole in my shoes. They have a fresh pair sitting there, but I only bloody put them on a month ago. Santosh asked where you're from. I'm from Northern Ireland. Depending on who you ask. Sensitive topic. Jaycon says hi. Hi, Jaycon. Theo says, is that tailor-made? No. Well, there's 2 tailor-made balls, yeah. But this putters are Rife. Rife 2 bar. They are the TP5X's Pix balls, I believe. Put some slip in there. I wish I could, Connor. That'd be awesome. Monte says, how long have you been doing this? This particular stream on Monte or YouTube, putting golf? Hi and I from Donegal. What's the crack, RB? Lovely part of the country, Donegal. Mackenzie says, you good, man. Try my best. Take in there with the controversy I was speaking to. Bakari says, hi, how are you? LD says, do you ever miss? If you watch long enough, we will. This stream, this has been going for 21 minutes, this one, a multi. Robert, do you have any feelings with your putting out pulling through constantly? So I do that remotion, get my putter in behind the ball, eyes on top of the ball, one look, and then I pull it to my back rear foot and then just go. I would say my swing thought is just keep the face square. Whether or not that's what I actually do, I don't know. Miles says hi Miles. RP says I lad tis, for sure. Charlie says, how do you practice speed control? Is this only for starting line? Yeah, it's pretty much just for your starting line. I just play golf really for speed control. Can do lag drills and stuff, but I play that much that you sort of just get used to the tempo. It is hard at the minute because I normally golf early in the mornings and there's like dew on the floor, so it's hard to get the pace. But that's life. Ashley says, hey, good stuff. Keep it up, thank you. Stuart says, I subbed. Thank you very much, Stuart. Appreciate it. Alexander says, hi. So does Stuart. RB says, lovely in here. Yeah, same in County Armagh, RB. Amante says, how long are you going to go for? Streams usually last anywhere between an hour and 5 hours. This is the longest, but I can't even remember why I did that day. The good vibes are just high. But yeah, the longest I go is normally 2 hours at the minute. Just with other commitments, having to edit and stuff, so. Is that 55 or 60, Kat? I think it might be 60, is it? LD says, what's your longest ever streak? 76 from this distance. This whiteboard's not playing ball tonight. Sometimes you'll get it, sometimes not. Alexander says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Alexander. NLE fan says hi. Hello. Alexander says good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. Dom says good shot. Thank you. Dragon is dragon fruit says hi. Anton says hi. Alexander says he said my name. Said it again. Moron. Sitting one of these. Moron. Armagh Band of Country Eye. Mate. All Ireland champs, son. Alexander says this dude is consistent. Thank you, Alexander. LD says 60. Thank you guys for the confirmation. Appreciate it. Watch now, I don't got one officer. Good luck. Good luck, play well. Oh. Robert, trying to get us a bad omen. Maybe Robert. And if we do, we'll start again. That's the beauty of it. Alexander says, where are you from? What's that accent? I'm from Ireland, County Armagh in particular. Punchy says golf. Yes, Punchy. Aaron says hi. Robert says upside down. Aaron says hi again. Hello, Aaron. Clip says what's your streak on the small side? It's quite high actually in comparison. 50 I think. I knew it. Go Irish. Look at the colour of that pen, boys. It's fading. Will says nice shot. Freddie says let's go. Will says hi. Freddie also says hi. Thank you both and hello. Alexander says this has to be a Guinness World Record. I fear to think what the Guinness World Record is for this. Dude Perfect probably hold it. Freddie says if you say Freddie I will sub. There you go, Freddie. Said twice. Aaron says do that on the side. We will in a second, Aaron. But right now we're coming up on our PB right here. Clip it says you need a longer track. I know, I wish I could have a longer one. Go. Freddie says I will sub. Thank you, Freddie. Kit Kat says hi. Hi, Kit Kat. There's the record match, folks. Then Nancy says go out and work, dude. I do get paid for this, sir. On top of actually working 50 hours a week, so thanks. Freddie says I sub. Top man, Freddie, appreciate it. Kit Kat says, wow, you're really good at mini golf. Thank you, Kit Kat, I appreciate that. Amante says, do you play any other sports? Used to play a bit of football, used to play a bit of rugby. Dabble in a bit of pool and sinker too, but what? Sorry. Christy says, hi, playing some golf today. Me or you, Christy? Alexander says, I sold. Thank you, Alexander. Appreciate it. Value says, if you make one lefty, I will sub. We'll maybe hop on later in the stream on the other side. Currently on a PB here. Tristan says, hi Tristan. How are you? Alexander said, this dude can't miss and I want to see him shoot pool. I'm not that good at pool. My dad's very good. Go. Oh. It's the only really reason why I dabble is because dad's quite good at it. Mango says, that's impressive. What's your record? You're watching it right now, Mango. Was 76. Kit Kat says +1 sub. Thank you, Kit Kat. Appreciate that. Go. Monte says 80 with a wee party emoji. Woohoo! Go. Sorry, I'm the ball to go by the way. Feels a bit soft from it. Mohammed says hi. Hi, Mohammed. Alex says this is insane. Thank you. Tristan asked what putter it is. It is the Rife 2 bar. Watch the chat. This board will fall tonight. Kit-Kat says he can't miss for sure. Martel says hi. Alexander's going for some extracurricular activities. Enjoy, sir. Ooh, Charlie says just sub. Appreciate it, Charlie. Julia says you got another sub. Thank you, Julia. Appreciate it. Vernari says hi. Hi, Vernari. How are you? SNR Golf. Still on it. How many are you trying to make? All of them. Just trying to break a record. We just beat our PB of 76 there. Shakir says hi, boss. That looks like a familiar name to me. Welcome back. Sahari says hi. Julia says you got a sub. Thank you so much, Julia. Appreciate it. We'll have to update the board soon. Chimp says hi. Hi, Chimp. How are you? Charlie says lock in. We need to see 100 for sure. Alexander, if you're still sinking, then when I get back, I'll be absolutely happy. I'll try my best, Alexander. Julia says you got a sub change to 8. Yes, I'll have to look at the other app. Unfortunately, Julia, I can't see. On come on, 100. Because of the amount of subs I have, I can't look at the YouTube app and see the subs, so we will have to have a look. We'll have a look, of course we'll have a look. You're watching history, folks. The first 100 streak of the new mat anyway. We did get like 460 on the old mat, but it was only 6 feet. Let's see what the chat's saying. Monte with 90, Julie says 100, 100, yes. Just got 100. Shakir says hi, boss, best of luck. Thank you, Shakir. Julia says yes. Thank you, Julia. Omar says hi. Hi, Omar. On the beach says, dude's draining them. For sure. Kit Kat says, how long have you been playing? You're really good. Golf for about 5 years. Not Supernova says, at 100 I'll sub. Let's see a Supernova. Jack Johnson says hi. Porter calls me Tiger Woods. Not Supernova says I'd subbed. Top man, thank you. Let's see how long we can cook for. 101 baby. 101. Putting 101 folks, hey? Monte says, let's go 100. Come on, Monte. And brave. 102. I know it's having probably mad. You feel squawking until you shout one out and immediately realise you missed 100%. Plitz says hi, hi Plitz. Keeney says hi, hi Keeney. Simon says, God, thank you, Simon. Roscoe says hi. 100 was 100 likes, am I right? Maybe Roscoe. 82 likes in the stream. Thank you so much, everybody. Haven't even been looking at the likes. Comments are flying in. Off window, off the black pen, off the sub sign. Nothing but net. Listen says. Michaela says, I'm going to sub. Thank you, Michaela. Appreciate it. Not Supernova says, indeed, to SNR Golf. Michaela's going to sub. Thank you. What kind of putter am I using? I'm using a Rife 2-bar. William says, hi. Hi, William. Cornfed says, is it a lab? No, I would love a lab. Really would. What an absolute effort. That was pretty much 36 minutes of putts in a row. By my record. And see what the beauty is? We go again. Let me see. What am I sitting on subs wise? Come on. Nearly got a sub for every putt we made. Legends. That is 3. Oh my lord, that's a terrible 5, sorry. 3, 5, 12. It's okay, it's only going to stay there for 100 hours shots. 3, 5, 12. Thank you so much, everybody. Absolute legends. There we go, update your subs. Yeah, doing it. Thank you. William said hi. How many has he in a row? I think he was just saying what Dave would deserve 100 likes for it. If you're going to miss one, miss it right after the one you just missed. Can't say I'm not consistent. Whew. What a run. That was our best by 25? 26? Good to get over that 100 barrier. 100, that's awesome. I know my back would be feeling it. You should put what a record is on the board too. I know, but it's just the board's not big enough really. I didn't used to have it there. Maybe we'll update it. I pop with a softball, yeah. Do like softballs. But my swing speed just isn't really getting bang for buck out of them at the minute. $89 likes in the stream. Thank you so much for all the likes, everybody. Y'all are going crazy. Really appreciate it. You win some, you lose some. That's it for sure, bro. It's all about persistence and getting back at it. Goldfish memory. What are the golf balls that you use? So there's 2 TP5Xs there, 2 Strix and Softfields, and a Pro V1 in the mix at the minute. On the course, I just play whatever, I don't really mind. I should have to wake up for school at 6 and it's 12. Supernova, get to bed, sir. Go. Can't underestimate how important your sleep is, sir. Corn says, try to see what the difference is between using blades. I can't hit the blades. I do have a blade behind me here, but it's a lot harder in my opinion. 44 Cala Super Soft are the best. I do like a Cala Super Soft in furnace. $97 likes on the stream. The likes been popping off last 2 days. Shout out to you all. You get 10. KitKat says, do you have any pets? Did have a family dog, but then I bought my house off the parents when they upgraded, so unfortunately they took the dog. Sad times. Yes sir, good night. Hope you reach 4K soon, faggy. Hopefully see you again soon. 100 likes. It's not coming up on my screen just yet. We're at 99 on mine. But thank you all for 100 likes. Must be. I think it's different because my sister always sees a one like variation than me. Comfort says, or sorry, Cornfed says, I'll sub. But hopefully you use a blade style soon. I'll maybe go back to it. I don't like to mess with my putter. But thank you for the sub. And this says, I just woke up from a dream. What was he dreaming about? The Caden says hi. Hi, the Caden. Bria and I had to say goodbye. No, I'm not there. Can't be true. Dom says, ah. I don't know what it all means. I have no clue what that reference is. Are we getting a full rendition? 106 likes in the stream. Thank you, everybody. We got 150 yesterday. Are we beating it? That's the real question. Likes that is not puts. You're thinking we hit 20. Did we hit 20? I thought we only had 15. Nobody's. I hit golf 82 yards 2 weeks ago. Nice, Raven. It's last night. Boys are singing in the chat. Chris asked what's your handicap? 11.9, Chris. Rahimov says hi. Apologies on the pronunciation there. KitKat says, what's the longest yard you've hit? 300 on the dot. On record, anyway. Well, I had one 316 once on the course, but the longest in the sim is about 300. Unless you mean putts, and then in which case, 102 wasn't it, chat? Marsley says if our gotta read. Ah. That's going on. I can barely read the message. Yeah, that's true. Technically, it is a wee bit elevated corn fed. I can't tell if people are singing or go so fag off green. Yeah, it's probably 10 G's, is it, Chris? Raven says update subs. Yeah, we'll do. We update soon, Raven. Axel Jackson. Oh, is that who does the TGL? Is that so far? Cat says you're good at golf with being here for 50 minutes and you never miss. We did miss one. We did miss one, in fairness. We're Viper says hi. Hello, Viper. Luca says hi. Hello, Luca. 110 likes in the stream, thank you. Evgena? Sorry, it's a really hard name to pronounce. Apologies. Says hi. Gina. I'm good at putting, but my short iron game sucks. Cornfed says that's okay. We'll get there. Just keep practicing. Mata says okay, I'm done now. He sung the whole song. Omar says hi. Hi, Omar. How are you? Eva says hi. Hi, Eva. I'm good with my driver insurance, but I gotta work on chipping. Yeah. Nothing a bit of practice can't fix. Oh. Harry, is that how you pronounce it? On the mum's phone. Alexander says I was gone for 10 minutes, you were late. Yeah, we got to 102. So we did, Alexander. When did you miss? Yeah, I missed the 101st one. You tell my girl is on the top. For real. That's one ham. 115 likes in the stream, thank you. Alexander says 102, nice. Thank you, Alexander. That'll be a bobbler. Michael says brew or farming the huzz for sure. Huzz, nobody's safe. Oh. God bless your lumbar. Watch your AI for a minute, never missing. Cheers. That's the goal, I guess. Yeah, it's a good bit of putt, isn't it, Cornfed? James says hi. Hi, James. Carrie says, aren't you tired? Not really. Back's a bit sore, but I did play 18 holes earlier, so I was swinging it hard. Usually it's like 3 hours at a time. On my tripping hours at 45, it's yeah, so I update it every 10 putts, so Kari says I subscribed. Thank you, Kari. Appreciate it. I'm a tripping hours. Oh yeah, sorry. Already did I? Tanny says hi. Hi. Have to put someone on that like a break. Maybe will. You're tripping. It does help with putting. One. Laura says it's 40. Hamden says yeah. How old are you? Hey, I'm 24. NBA Poland says hey hey. Thank you, Matt. Are we on 45? But yes, we update them every 10 just for simplicity of going back. Lisa says hi. Hi, Lisa. Oh. Louis says I so appreciate it, Louis. MBS says nice. Lisa says my mother's account. Shout out, Lisa. Your rubber. Raven says 50. Did you play golf when you were, I'm going to assume that's younger. Sorry, there's an emoji covers the thing. I started when I was 19. So about 5 years. When you were little? No. I think I played it for like 4 months when I was 10. I was more interested in football or soccer from our American fans. Timmy says hi. Hi, Timmy. How are you? 126 likes in the stream. Thank you, everybody. Hab says automatic. Trying to be. Definitely trying to be. What do you suggest for someone who keeps slicing the driver on woods? Try to miss it as far left as you can. Go to the range or somewhere you can find your balls and just flick the wrist over, miss it as far left as you can, then miss it as far right, miss it as far left, and then zone it in. Sort of get that sensation that the toe of the club is passing the heel. Would be my advice. Louis says hi. Hi, Louis. Luke says, yo! What's the crack, Luke? Monte says he's heading off. And Monte, thank you so much for all the comments and for joining in. If you want to see the next stream, we live again Wednesday at 7, Monte. Or hit the wee bell and you'll not miss it. Oh, that was a pretty clean run on it. You have to raise the subs. What putter is that? It is the Rife 2-bar. Louis says yo. Chance says will it do. Yeah, that's my advice. Try myself left. Kit Kat's heading off. Kit Kat, see you later. Thanks for joining in. Susie says, Brody like basketball. Don't really follow it. It's not that big over here in Ireland. God says hi. Hi. How's your day going? All good. How are you? I'm all good in the hood. Cheeky wee sub update for head. 3, 5, 3, 4. What were we on when we started, Chuck? Can you remember? I've already forgot. 3, 4. It was nearly. I think it might have been a clean 100. TBH. Sorry, couldn't get the phone off. Guys, thank you so much for watching. GamerKid says, please shout out. Shout out GamerKid. There you go, sir. Guys, 132 likes. I mean, that beat our most liked video if it wasn't for yesterday by 30 odd likes. So, thanks so much everybody that liked the stream. Really helps out the channel. No comment, Connor. Just dropped a new video, guys. A new long form video. So if you are enjoying the stream and you want to see more golf content, check it out. Evagina says, have a nice day. Evie, was that your actual name? Yeah. Mother says, damn, you look better up close. Thanks, Amante. John Young says, way to go, Sam. Keep working hard. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. We are grinding out here. 134 likes is crazy. I think I got 153 yesterday. But yeah, 2 really good streams back to back. So shout out to us. God says, can me and you 1v1 me golf, please? Sure. Let's settle up. Carrie. Sorry, Carrie. Tried to remember. I knew it was K and a 4-letter word. Luke says, keep going, Sam. You the man. Appreciate it. Thank you very much, sir. That Fader Kid says, hey, hey, hey. Hello, that Fader Kid. But yes, guys, if you are enjoying the streams, we're live around 7 p.m. UK time. So if you're anywhere else in the world, it was 56 minutes ago, roughly. So roughly around then, maybe sometimes do 6:30, sometimes 7:30. Sometimes we're really busy, excuse me. And we're maybe live a bit later, maybe live a bit earlier. Play it by ear. But if you do enjoy the streams and you don't want to miss one, hit the sub, hit the bell, and you'll get a notification every time we go live. God says, when can we do it? You let me know, sir. But yeah, new long form speed training. Added 40 yards to my drive since the last one. So go check it out. Vivian asks how old I am. 24, Vivian. Why do we say today, tonight, and tomorrow, but not tomorrow? I don't know, Whip. Vivian says hi. Monte says bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good rest of the night, and we'll see you in the next one, which will be Wednesday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're always live.